The last Mortal Kombat movie didn't do so well, but the mega-popular media franchise is about to give it another try with a live-action R-rated Mortal Kombat film set for release in 2021. And to get us excited for the release, we've got a director, a cast, and a handful of juicy plot details to sink our teeth into. Like big-budget live-action fatalities. Stay tuned for all the info on the upcoming release and some speculation on what we can expect from the new Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is a ginormous franchise that began with a series of video games developed by Midway Games in 1992. Ed Boon and John Tobias started developing the game after they had an idea for a video game starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. That idea morphed into a fantasy-themed fighting game. In Mortal Kombat, players can pick their fighter from a range of unique characters to battle against other fighters in a gauntlet-style tournament. One of these unique characters is the infamous Johnny Cage, who was the character originally created with Van Damme in mind. The game is overflowing with special techniques for each fighter that can be performed by entering a different series of commands on the controller. Whoever successfully fights their way through their opponents then gets to face the final boss. The game has spawned many spin-offs, including a comic book series and a card game. In the early 1990s, film producer Lawrence Kasanoff licensed the rights to the game and started production on the first movie. The 1995 film, simply titled Mortal Kombat, tells the story of an ancient tournament where fighters from different realms go head-to-head to win the right to legally invade the losing realm. Lawrence went on to produce a second movie, an animated TV series, a live-action TV series, an album, and even a live-action tour. Mortal Kombat's popularity has allowed it to become the most successful fighting franchise in the history of video games, as well as one of the highest-grossing franchises of all time. What Mortal Kombat is best known for is high levels of violent content, in particular its legendary finishing moves called fatalities. Despite Mortal Kombat's success, Midway Games eventually went bankrupt, and the development team was acquired by Warner Brothers. They rebooted the game in 2011, but now they're ready to reboot the movie portion of the franchise as well. While there is still a lot to be revealed about the direction the new film will go in, Warner Brothers has released a list of the confirmed cast and the roles they're set to play. First, we have director Simon McQuoid, who's really quite new to the business and only has the short film The Nighttime Economy as an official credit. We're hoping that a fresh face can bring a fresh feel to film. The cast, however, is a bit more well-known. First, we have Tadanobu Asano as Raiden. The Japanese actor is best known for his role as Hogun in Thor and Thor Ragnarok. He's also appeared in Battleship and Mongol: The Rise of Genghis Khan. He'll have his work cut out for him as Raiden, one of the most powerful characters in Mortal Kombat. He is the eternal god of thunder, protector of Earthrealm, and has some pretty cool abilities like teleportation, controlling lightning, and flying. The next member of the cast, Mehcad Brooks, has been in shows like Desperate Housewives and True Blood, but is most known for his role as James Olsen or Guardian in Supergirl. Thankfully, he's no stranger to super powerful fights, which will serve him well as Jackson Jax Briggs, a cybernetically enhanced soldier who is the leader of the Outer World Investigation Agency. Jax's most prominent abilities are his huge upper body and super strength, but his cybernetic enhancements also allow him to carry portable missiles and energy enhancers, among other things, so he's got that going for him. Alyssa Cadwell is another DC veteran who has done stunts in Aquaman. This stunt performer will be playing Nitara, the morally neutral vampire whose moves seem to mostly revolve around blood. We're sure that Cadwell will be able to do justice to Nitara's signature unicorn kick. Another stuntman that will appear in the film is Max Huang, known for KINGSMAN: The Secret Service. He will play Kung Lao, a former Shaolin monk who is skilled in martial arts and whose preferred weapon is his razor-edged hat. We support the decision to put talented stunt performers in martial arts-heavy roles and can't wait to see what skills Huang can bring to the film. This next actor also has an affinity for action. Actor Chin Han has been in Ghost in the Shell, Skyscraper, and The Dark Knight. He even appeared in a few episodes of Arrow as Frank Chen. In Mortal Kombat, he'll be playing Shang Tsung, a powerful sorcerer who is one of the franchise's primary villains. Josh Lawson will also appear. He's been in Anchorman 2 and played Tate in the television series Superstore. He'll bring his acting chops to the role of Kano, a mercenary and leader of the international crime cartel known as the Black Dragon. Kano is sly and cunning, and his face is covered with a metal plate because of an injury inflicted on him by Jax. Actor Ludi Lin played Captain Merc in Aquaman and was also the Black Ranger in 2017's Power Rangers film. In Mortal Kombat, he will play Liu Kang, one of Earthrealm's greatest warriors. While Lin got to show off a few of his action skills as a Power Ranger, this role will require some pretty serious martial arts and aerobatics to show off Liu Kang's powerful battle skills. The second actress appearing in the cast is Jessica McNamee, an Australian actress known for films The Meg and The Vow. She'll be portraying Sonya Blade, a soldier who was actually the first female character introduced to the series. Hiroyuki Sanada will be playing Hanzo Hasashi, better known as Scorpion. The actor has been in Wolverine and Avengers Endgame. Scorpion is a resurrected ninja with a bit of a vengeful side. He's also one of the most known characters in the series, so Sanada will have to bring it to the action-packed role. Sissy Stringer is a newcomer who also assistant directs. She's the most unknown cast member so far, so she'll have her work cut out for her as Melina. And finally, there's Joe Taslim, an Indonesian actor who has appeared in Fast and Furious 6 and The Night Comes For Us. He will be playing Sub-Zero, an assassin-turned-wraith who can freeze his opponents. Additionally, Louis Tan and Matilda Kimber will appear in the film, but their roles are currently undisclosed. Since it's been more than 2 decades since the last film, 1997's Mortal Kombat Annihilation, the reboot of the film franchise has a lot of plot options it could explore, and the film has definitely taken its time exploring these options in pre-production. Director Kevin Tancharoen released an 8-minute short film titled Mortal Kombat Rebirth back in 2010 that was meant to serve as a pitch for rebooting the franchise. Warner Bros. Loved the short film, which featured an alternative version of the Mortal Kombat universe. The characters were portrayed with vastly different origins and were much more realistic. In fact, there's no mention of Outworld or any other supernatural elements in Rebirth, but of course the idea of a fighting tournament remains, as it's the pillar of the entire series. Filming was set to start all the way back in March of 2012, but due to budget constraints and not quite seeing eye to eye, the idea never really got off the ground, and Tancharoen quit in 2013 to continue his work on the web series Mortal Kombat Legacy. Thankfully, James Wan, known for The Conjuring and Aquaman, signed on as producer in 2015 and finally got the ball rolling on the film, promising fans that the movie wasn't going to be rushed. Instead, Wan wanted to focus on doing the video games justice, and one of the ways he's accomplishing this is with an R rating and game-accurate fatalities. That's right, there won't be any tiptoeing around the violence for this movie. Filming wrapped back in December, so now the post-production crew is spending time getting those gruesome special effects just right. In addition to bringing fatalities to the big screen, Wan says that the movie will bring some much-needed justice to 2 of the franchise's biggest characters, Sub-Zero and Scorpion. The iconic characters were sadly underutilized in the 90s Mortal Kombat movies, which was one of the biggest issues that critics had with the films. A third Mortal Kombat film rumored to be called Mortal Kombat Devastation was set for development after Annihilation, with lead actor Robin Shou signed on for a 3-picture deal. He played Liu Kang and was excited for another opportunity to step into the character's shoes. However, Annihilation failed to keep the franchise's momentum going, and the plans were ultimately cancelled. It's rumored that some of the ideas from Devastation could make their way into the new Mortal Kombat. The film is supposed to focus on loosely adapting the first Mortal Kombat game, where some of Earth's best warriors fight to save the planet from conquest. It's likely that the film will contain remade elements of Mortal Kombat Annihilation, with a portal opening up between the outer world and Earth. In Annihilation, Emperor Shao Kahn slipped through the portal with his mighty warriors, intent on totally dominating the Earth realm and uniting the 2 worlds, resulting in a battle between his forces and warriors Sonya Blade, Jax, Kitana, and Liu Kang. We can expect this kind of all-out war that the games are famous for when Mortal Kombat hits theaters. As for the overall tone of the movie, we can expect some awesome horror elements, gore, and a lot of action. Screenwriter Greg Russo is another fresh face in the entertainment industry, but he's expressed his passion for Mortal Kombat as well as the action horror genre. In fact, he's also working on an untitled Resident Evil film. Plus, Mortal Kombat will mark the first non-horror picture from Atomic Monster Productions, so an appreciation and talent for horror seems to be shared by the entire production team. Now that filming is finally over and the special effects are taking center stage, Mortal Kombat has been scheduled for an official January 15, 2021 release date. There are no trailers or official images from set, but that's just making us all the more excited for our first real look at the reboot. With the series finally making Fatalities and X-Rays live action, we're being cautiously optimistic about how awesome this movie could be. You can bet that after 2 decades without an official Mortal Kombat movie, we can't wait to grab our popcorn and sit through an R-rated revival. So, what character are you looking forward to seeing the most in the new Mortal Kombat movie? Do you have any plot speculations about the film that you'd like to share? Let us know in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to CBR to stay up to date with all of our videos. Thanks for watching.